Hancock today in Bismarck, and meeting us here is Jonathan Campbell, the site supervisor. And we're going through, I guess, like a little mini lesson today, in a way?
Yeah, a little mini lesson.
Okay, of kind of restoring some windows? Is that kind of what I'm getting out of this?
Yeah, you know, historic sites have lots of historic windows,
Yes.
of course, and people in older homes have these windows as well. And unlike no maintenance windows nowadays, windows used to require maintenance. they needed reglazing every few years.
Okay, yeah, because I don't even know what that means, I guess. And you're going to do a little something of that here. But what is the importance of kind of just preserving history?
Well, preserving history, you know, we can update our buildings, but when you update a building, you're losing that history, that memory of what that building was. You know, and we try to keep our buildings as original as possible.
Yeah.
So if we have an original window, we don't want to replace it. We want to repair it.
Exactly. And
maintain
so
it.
Takes a little elbow grease, I guess, right?
Yes. It's not too difficult, though.
No. All right. Well, let me see it because you're going to walk us through the process a little bit.
Yeah, we have a window from the site here that at some point the glass got broken out, and we took it out, and it's been sitting in storage waiting. But the first step is you essentially have to remove the broken glass.
Okay.
And you do that, you can heat up the glazing compound, which is essentially a real fine chalk and linseed oil.
Okay.
And you just heat that up, it gets soft again, and you take a scraper and you scrape all that out of there, pull your glass out, clean it with wire brush, maybe a chisel. And once it's all cleaned out, you get your new piece of glass, set it in there, and you can buy a sheet of glass and cut it yourself, or you can just go to the glass supply company and they'll cut it for you by your measurements. And the glazing compound is a simple set. It's a chalk with linseed oil. It's just a white.
Okay.
And you take it and you just mix it up, put it into a long thing, and you lay it in.
Okay. Oh, I see.
And you take a putty knife and you pull it across.
Oh, and that's going to make it re-stick that new window pane.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know, and it takes, depending on the weather, you don't want to do this when it's cold out. You don't want to do it when it's super hot out because it turns into a real mess.
It's like painting too.
Yeah.
It tells you on the painting.
It is.
Don't do it during this and this, right?
You know, but once you get it in there and smooth, it will set up usually in a few days. Then you just, you prime it and you paint it. And the reason you use glazing compound, there are modern latex versions of this.
Okay.
But the problem with that is latex is a rubber or plastic. And this is designed that if any moisture gets behind it, it can still dry out. So modern products can actually make these windows degrade faster.
Okay, that makes sense. I was going to say too, because older windows, you probably have to be more cautious of what products you're using and just the maintenance in between.
Yes.
Okay. Now my other question is, so you're going to replace 2 of these window panes with new glass, right?
Yes.
Do you make it look similar to the older glass, or is that not really?
In the case of this glass, it's dirty right now.
Yeah.
This is relatively modern glass. It's not going to look that really different from what you've got. Some really old properties, pre-1900, the glass does have a wavy look to it, and you can order that glass.
It's going to cost probably a little bit more, a little bit more tailored. Okay, so this is just a quick demo, I guess, of what you're going to be doing. You're actually going to be replacing some of these windows. When?
Yeah, we'll be on Saturday,
May 24th?
May 24th at 2 o'clock right here at Camp Hancock.
Okay.
And I'll be demoing it, but I'll be letting people do hands-on and trying it and get that experience.
Okay.
So,
do you have a lot of windows to do, or?
Well, there's always windows on my historic sites that need it, and we're always behind on that. But
okay, because you don't do it every year.
No. It can be time-consuming, and there are people you can hire to do it, but it's becoming a lost art. You know?
I mean, what made you get into this?
Well, I've always liked history. I've been doing this for
A long
25
right?
plus years, so yes.
I like it. Lee and I were asking you questions here before we started taping, and we just asked you, when was the church here? When was the train station? I love it. And you had very quick answers.
Oh, yeah.
And so you definitely knew what you were talking about.
Yeah, I know the history well.
Oh, we love that. We love that. Okay, for those who want more information, where can they go?
Well, the easiest thing to do is go to our Facebook page, I always take care of the former governors, Camp Hancock State Historic Site. And we always post our events on there, and that gives you the information. There's links to our website as well on there.
Is it free?
Yes.
Perfect. So just maybe check on out when you're driving Main Street in Bismarck, right? See what's going on.
And we all
Stop by.
free.
I love that. Okay, 2 o'clock, May 24th, Saturday.
Yes.
Thank you, Jonathan. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Keep it here. More to come on North Dakota.